Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Grab your vibes and delights and mind this trigger warning. But the OP has a strong backbone. So let's jump into the story called Husband, Male 34, Wants Permission to Use an Egg Donor Outside of Our Female 33 Marriage Because of Race. What should I do? So, background, I've known my husband since high school. We've met again abroad where we both studied and worked and met for lunch years later and then started dating. We've been together for 5 years, 2 years married. We decided to move back to our home where we're both from country once I found out I was pregnant. So in total, we decided to move back to our home country once I found out I was pregnant. I am an international adoptee from South Asia. We're both citizens of Northern Europe. My husband is white with blonde hair and blue eyes, and I have South Asian features. Our child was born 2 years ago. The twist, okay? So buckle up, guys. So my husband told me on New Year's Eve that he doesn't feel a connection to our child at all. I asked him how and why, and he complained it was because of her appearance. That she has more dominant features from me, i.e., dark eyes, darker hair. I swear every single family friend or member from my side has said our child looks exactly like my husband. She even has light brown hair, not that it matched to me, but just brown eyes. Unfortunately, I think this is just another case of people who go into having children but are just horrifically misinformed, right? Your child is going to be an amalgam of both of you, not just you. We've read a few stories like this, you know what I mean, but not this bad, and it does get worse. He told me that he wants a family member that looks like him with blonde hair and blue eyes. So call your mama. But anyway, I asked him if he was open to adoption because I am, and he said no, he wants to see his own features in the child. We went back and forth until he told me he wants to use an egg donor to conceive blonde hair, blue eyes, and his genes. My first reaction was, what the fuck, right? I told him that's really insulting, and how the hell can he say that about his own child? And why didn't he think about this earlier before he married and had kids with me? I just bluntly told him that we've all seen the eye charts and biology class in school. Usually brown eyes dominate. Why did he spew this all out now, a year and a half after the birth of our child? Straight up. We've been going back and forth in arguments, and he always brings this topic up in an argument and gives me the ultimatum of divorcing or accepting him to proceed with the white egg donor surrogate. Divorce him. I mean, if he's asking for it, if this is what he wants, then let him fucking do it. And then if he wants to raise that child by himself, let him. I have tried hashing this out in therapy with an open mind because I have genuine questions. How do you think our current child would feel about the truth? How do you think the new egg donor child would feel about the truth? What do you think others will say about this? It seems like he's worried about the wrong people. That's not the right question. But yes, those kids will ask because y'all keep fucking with these kids, bro. These kids always grow the fuck up. You hear all these stories about parents just abusing their kids, parents abandoning their kids, and then those kids grow up and be like, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they beat on their children and then their children get older and then they start beating back. The OP is right because the children will find out. They always do. Anyway, so she was like, what do you think others will say about this? And then I was like, he's worried about the wrong people, obviously, right? I have discovered many of these opinions have been formed from comments from friends, family members that have received our child as an immigrant. My question is, what's wrong with that and what does it even matter? Like, my children are super bright skinned, right? You can tell that they have something in them, but they are significantly lighter than me. Can you imagine how it was for me and my skin shade with my super white child? You know what I'm saying? Do you even understand how scary that was at times? But he's like, I was worried that somebody was going to think I was kidnapping my child. He's just worried that people are going to think the kid's an immigrant. You know what I mean? Like, y'all crazy for that. Anyway, he also said that he would like the egg donor child to have personality traits similar to him. What do you mean you want them to have the same traits that you do? Analytical, quiet, nature lover. So you want a clone. So you want to rob that child of any creativity so that they act like you. All right, that's okay. I personally don't think you can dictate or impact another human's personality. I think I understand what she means by that. Yes, You can't make a child be what you want them to be. You can't live vicariously through your child. You will just mess them up. You know what I mean? The OP goes on, moreover, it's not a great reason to have children. That. Think about that egg donor child. Like she was asking, what would the egg donor child think? Imagine growing up and thinking that you're in a happy family, or you just are happy to have your dad, and then you find out one day that you were like a designer baby, essentially. Like, I wasn't made with love and happiness. I was designed. Like, can you imagine how that would mess somebody up? Anyway, I've told both his parents, and they've tried to talk to him. He's very adamant that this child will be the answer to his negative feelings about his family. My opinion, it's very insulting. If he's got microaggressions he wants to discuss, why hasn't he come to me? Because the art of communication is dead. I'd hope that one person who accepts me as myself in my adoptive country would be my husband. But frankly, it does not feel like the case here. I feel like the conflict of being foreign is being passed on to my child now, and sadly by the other person who should love and accept her the most, the other parent. I personally have tried to be open to the thought, but just the principle of reasons why he wants to go ahead with this are incredibly shallow, superficial, and racist. I'm at the point of considering filing for divorce. It's not going anywhere. I'm curious to hear your perspectives, and I read this last night on my live. Thank you in advance. So I already have it liked. I'm just like, he's saying that, like, he's giving you an ultimatum, but he won't do it himself. So there's some sort of bluff here. There's a bluff somewhere here, and I don't think you should try and find out where it is. You know what I mean? If he really wanted to end it, he would have just fucking ended it. You know what I'm saying? And then people in the live were saying that what if he was like cheating because he feels so, like, he's so insecure about the way his family looks to strangers that I wouldn't doubt that he probably went and like cheated on his wife with a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, right? And she's pregnant now, and maybe that's why he's trying to like push this so hard. Maybe he's trying to describe the personality of the person that he knocked up, you know what I'm saying? And that's why he's pressing so hard. But that also would play into why he's not asking for a divorce either. Why won't he just do it? Because he knows he'll lose. I don't know. All I'm saying is there's a lot of weird shit going on in that post, and I really think that the OP needs to run to safety. Get your child and get the fuck out of there, because that's insanity. There were a few comments here. Most of them, like I said, I read this on my live last night. All the commenters are right with me. You know what I mean? So it says, your first reaction was a correct one. What the fuck? I'm so sorry your husband didn't show his true colors until after you had a child with him. See a lawyer and get advice before you make your next move, right? This person says, your child is going to be the last thing on his mind once he gets a new child with blonde hair. Don't do this to yourself and your kid. And not to mention, like, the child's going to be watching. You know, the baby that y'all had together is going to be watching. They're going to notice that the baby's going to be treated differently. You know what I mean? Dad's going to be more attached to the baby that looks like him. I'm just like, man. And she's just a little baby. When our kids were little, I thought they looked exactly like Slappa. Now both of them look like me. It's just so crazy to me how he's not even giving his own daughter a chance to grow up and be an awesome person. You know what I mean? He's just like, nope, it didn't come out right. I want a do-over. And that's what's so dangerous about these kind of people. They're going to inflict damage. And that kid does not deserve that. I'll get off my soapbox about it, but I just wanted to read that story to you because it absolutely fucked me up. I just can't even understand the mental gymnastics of marrying a brown person and then expecting your child to have blonde hair, blue eyes. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? But anyway, I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all later. My gosh, some people just don't deserve to be parents. Hey friends, just taking a moment to help our friend Haya and her family of 17 getting out of Gaza.
Even their little kitty Koki is hurting during this chaos.
Haya has a family of 17, one of which is a newborn baby. This screenshot was taken on June 3rd, and this screenshot was taken today. We're making moves, but any little bit will help. Let's all do our part to help them reach their goal of $60,000. And I know my platform of over 100K, come on guys, I know we got it in us. So if you can, please do. And if you can't do, please like, share, comment, and uplift voices who can do better than you. All right? We love y'all so much, and we'll catch y'all later.